Doing what I feel with no regrets. Constantly forgiving, but I'm never gonna forget. Always keeping my composure, I won't let them see me sweat. The only thing that really matters is the power and respect in this world. I won't make the same mistakes from all the lessons I learned. Ain't no coping, no emotions for them bridges I burned. Must have been forced in my hand. Certain shit.
Yo, welcome. Mac 5 back live in the building with the bros. This is Drew. We're gonna switch it up. I'm gonna let y'all introduce yourselves this time. Let's go.
What's good, everybody? My name is Lake.
What up, y'all? This is Lance.
This nigga wanted to introduce himself. That's all he said.
Yeah.
What up, y'all? It's JB. Big bro.
Austin.
Ain't much
We
to
in the
say.
building. Go ahead. Talk your shit. What's up?
I'm just saying, ain't much to say. Just want to put a voice
So
with a name.
I guess to give y'all a little bit of background, quick background. Right before the podcast, we was kind of discussing like, should I introduce everybody or everybody introduce themselves? Everybody said introduce themselves. I mean, everybody said to let me do it except Lake. Lake wanted to get his voice out there and then
be shy. Came with that bullshit.
Yeah. I ain't come shy. I mean, y'all tell me, would y'all rather have us each introduce our own voices? For those that can't watch on YouTube, main reason being so you can put a voice with a name, right? So you're hearing 5 different gentlemen talk the whole show, but you may not know who is who. So why not instill?
I'm the only nigga over here that got more treble than bass in my voice. Everyone know who I am.
Don't nobody know you. they don't know us yet. That's what I'm saying. So I feel like we should just talk to introduce ourselves, just so you know it could be a repeating thing. And then, okay, I know who that is. I recognize his voice.
That's Lake.
That's Lake.
I got you.
Okay,
Yeah.
right?
I remember because how he introduced himself.
Exactly.
I got
See,
you.
hey,
Yeah.
I appreciate it. There's a method to my madness.
hey man, it all worked out. Like Lake decided to do it and he had reason behind it. So you good to go in my book.
Good job, Lake.
Hey, I ain't mad either way.
Hey, hold on.
Play yourself some
I
applause.
got you. Give me some.
But it's not hooked up. It's not hooked up to the
Give me,
Bluetooth.
it don't need to be. It don't need to be. It don't need to be. What'd you say again?
It should,
You said,
though.
give me. Hold on.
It should be hooked up to the. All right, whatever.
All right, man. So episode 5, we in the building.
Episode 5.
I think the most important thing we could get to right now, I mean, we the Mac 5, we the bros, we, doing this thing together. And when one of us has something going on, we support each other. So right now, we got my boy, we going to call him 6 Man today. He got
Yes,
6 man in the
sir.
building.
Call me 6 for short. You know what I'm saying?
6. Hey, I ain't even gonna lie, when you say 6 like at the end of your
It is
song,
hard.
like, that joint hard.
Hey, I fuck with it every time.
Boy, he be adding the bass and be dropping his voice a little bit. Like, yeah. 6.
I be like, yo, that joint hard. Like, I'm gonna be on the pod because I'm just like 2.
Oh, you stupid.
You gotta have a little something, man. I hear all
man.
the other rappers doing
Go
something.
ahead.
so-
I'm gonna go ahead and give you the floor, bro.
You got a
Tell
nice
me what you
ad lib
got
too
going
while we on the topic.
Yeah.
Like the, I like that. You like gonna count? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm trying to make that my signature. I know a whole bunch of other rappers do it, but ain't
No.
nobody do it like 6. You feel me?
Yeah, that's you.
But appreciate that, Drew. I just dropped a nice little 3-pack called I Said What I Said. It's on all streaming platforms. I'll just go ahead and get right into it. So I feel like the 3-pack is a journey. If you listen to the tracks, so the first track is kind of personal. Actually, it's not kind of personal. It is personal. I kind of went to the heart for that one and put it all out there on that track. And I purposely made that one number 1 just so people could get a feel for who I am. And then transition to the prediction. That's kind of like me coming out of the struggles and stuff that I went through in the first track. And then the last track is just really me talking my shit. I'm feeling my shit. I'm in my groove. And you could kind of get that vibe when you listen to the song. So,
Did you record those songs in that order?
no, I recorded. Actually, I made the prediction in like May.
That's right.
I made that song a long time ago. And
Actually,
then
I released that song.
Austin is Austin is really the reason why that song dropped, because I heard it on Instagram so many times. I'm like, God damn, let me just go ahead and drop that shit. So I recorded that one first, and then I actually recorded Suppressed Emotions second, and then My Time Is Coming third. But I wasn't even gonna drop Suppressed Emotions, because if y'all hear the song, y'all hear me talking about some stuff that people normally wouldn't, bring to light. But I brought it to light. As an artist, I feel like that's the best way for me to,
Express yourself.
express myself. So,
Sure.
yeah, that song wasn't even supposed to drop, but I kept listening to it. And one time, actually not one time, I actually submitted my 3-pack as a 2-pack. And I listened to the song and I kept listening to it. I'm like, man, this song is too good not for me to drop. I don't care how personal it is. Yeah.
That's a good like testimony for people who are not like the most forthcoming, you know what I'm saying?
Vocal.
People who prefer to keep things to themselves, but when you like that, if you put your emotion into that and you really like talk your shit, as we say, on that thing, and then that's the one that most people were vibing to, and you almost left it out. It's like, dang man, let me, you know.
I was gonna ask, what type of feedback did you get from each song,
Good question.
From each song?
and what got the most?
Well, Suppressed Emotions got the most. Everybody kept saying they couldn't even get to the other 2 songs because they kept repeating.
I'm in my car
first
playing.
reaction.
Yeah, I'm in my car playing. I'm like, nah, let me run it back. Let me run it back real quick.
Nah, someone told me yesterday, he said, man, I fuck with all your tracks. That's how he talk. He said, man, I fuck with all your tracks. But man, Suppressed Emotions. Yeah, you really went in your bag for that one. So yeah, I think people, you know, like that one the most because it's relatable, you know?
Exactly.
There's certain things that you could pick out the song and look at your life and be like, damn, I relate to that shit. So people feel it. And I'm glad I dropped the song too. I'm glad I didn't just keep it in the vault because you straight.
So what about your other songs?
At least
though?
once an episode. Every episode I spill my
Always
drink.
spilling something.
God dang.
I'm gonna zoom in.
What
on that.
about your other songs?
Yeah, people rocking with the songs, but honestly, people are talking to me about Suppressed Emotions. To keep it real, I mean, everybody's saying they like the beat to the prediction, they like the bars on My Time Is Coming, they like the songs, but man, Suppressed Emotions, you know, it's always that kind of conversation when I'm talking to people about the 3-pack. So, you know, if you haven't heard it, 3-pack, I said what I said out now. Go ahead and tune in.
Check it out.
Check it out.
Got to.
Yeah.
Apple.
And I'm gonna just go
Spotify.
ahead and call it audible and give my feedback real quick.
Yeah.
Just because it's a little different. Obviously, you know, you got in your bag and you went crazy on Suppressed Emotions. Like when I first heard it, I couldn't listen to anything else on the project for like at least the first hour. I just kept running that back, repeat. But I think the song that's gonna like get people's attention from you, like you put that out, like, let me see what else you got. I think the prediction.
I said the
Yeah.
same.
Shit, bro.
Word.
I'm not gonna lie.
said
Like
the same.
I had that joint. I was listening to it probably like a week or 2 ago. Just had it on repeat randomly from the file that you sent before it dropped, and I just like had it on repeat. And you gave us some feedback. I ain't gonna say it out loud, but what you was doing when you was working on something about a week and a half ago, and you was gonna shoot a video to one of them.
Oh,
Reaction.
Yeah. So I shot a video to the prediction. It's not out yet, but I shot a video to it. But I was originally supposed to shoot a video for Suppressed Emotions. So we was doing some B-roll for it. And then the guy who was recording my video, he had the prediction too, and it just played. You know, he didn't plan on playing it, but it played. And then we was just like, oh yeah, we need to do this one. So then we started doing it. And then these two shorties walked by, and they just started bobbing their head, and it was like, "Oh yeah, this the one right here." So we gonna record this one. So maybe you're right. Maybe
Right,
the
to
prediction
that
is the one
point,
that
it's
is gonna,
like,
you know.
I think it
that's
is.
a good one to like kind of push
Yeah.
to the forefront. And even I was, it's funny, I was talking to Shannon yesterday. She was like, "Yeah, you need to support this one right here. Get some visuals. Just like a real like dope song. You talking your shit on there. The beat is a vibe.
The beat for sure.
So
That's my favorite
That's
song
one to push. I'm not
the
gonna say
project.
it's my favorite song just because I'll say it's my favorite song, but I felt Suppressed Emotions the most.
Yeah.
Kind of like I guess the way I can relate it, like my favorite album from Kendrick is Good Kid, Mad City, but his best album, the one I
Damn.
felt the most, is actually To Pimp a Butterfly.
Butterfly's a good one too.
So
Okay.
that's his best one. That's the one I felt like as I was listening to it.
Yeah.
But Good Kid, Mad City is just that shit go crazy. So that's like my favorite, but I could distinguish like what my favorite is and what the best is.
What's gonna
So that's
jump.
kind of how I look at the difference between the prediction and Suppressed Emotion. So
I think you did
prediction.
I think you did a good job with song placement. You did. The first one, Suppressed Emotions, got everybody's attention. That's like, oh, okay, he's spitting, and I feel it. Let me see what's next. Then the prediction, I think that's like your commercial song. That's the song you need, like they said, push, really get some exposure off of.
Okay.
And then you ended it with some bars, like.
And I wouldn't even call it commercial because I
piece
think
and a
like you
biscuit.
didn't go into it with it being commercial. You just
No.
heard a beat and you was like, yo, I can get
I
my
ain't,
shit
not
off
at all
of
was
this.
I calling it commercial.
And-
I'm saying you can go commercial with that.
It's just
Yeah, for sure.
it's a good vibe. You know what I'm
It's a
saying?
vibe,
It's a song
for
to
sure.
vibe to. For real, for real.
That's what I was gonna get to in a second.
I mean, shoot, and like what
I'll
you,
let them
at the end of the song, you said, "Here's my prediction," and you lay it out exactly what it is, man. That's gonna be going back, like once everything do pop off, like going back to that, it's gonna be like a surreal moment. Like look, like I put it on a track. I told y'all what it was
I
gonna
told
be.
y'all.
Lavish living. You know what I'm saying? I put it out
I
there.
told y'all niggas.
Yeah, that's personally my favorite track. That's why.
I know.
Yeah. So y'all don't. I record a lot of
Y'all
like.
thank Austin for the drop of the prediction.
You're welcome. I record. Y'all don't know. I record a lot of like workout videos, just random stuff I throw on my Instagram, and I like to put good music. You know what I'm saying? I'm very choosy with the songs I pick. I picked that song several times. It's a good song, man.
just a vibe.
You know, yeah, it's a good song. It feels good to be able to say like when people ask me, like. People oftentimes ask me, oh, like, what your brother's up to? How's everybody doing? And I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Drew's doing his thing. Jordan's good. He got a kid. My boy Lake doing good. And I'm like, Lance, yeah, he's a rapper. And I don't have to stutter when I say it. You know what I'm saying? Like
I don't either.
yeah, I know.
SoundCloud rappers.
Yeah, like, no. Like, my bro, he's an artist. And he's damn good at what he does. Like, I be vibing to his music for real. It's
Yeah, I'm
good.
finally at that point now where if people ask me, this is what I tell people all the time. They ask me what I do. I always say, do you want to know what I do to make money or do you want to know what I do? And I don't even let them answer the question.
Honestly, that's dope. I ain't never heard nobody approach it like that.
Yeah.
That's dope. Like,
Yeah. But I don't even let them answer it. I just be like, yeah, I'm a rapper. I
It was
rap.
dope
you
because
know?
last night I think they asked Lance and he told me there was a rapper. They started laughing or something.
Did they?
started kikiing and giggling, and then we started putting on some beats. And this man was killing them back.
Oh, you were freestyling?
Back
No cap.
to back.
I don't think I
And
ever.
they was like, okay, I'm sorry, you're a rapper.
last night?
Well, I was going crazy last night. I ain't gonna cap. Ask Jordan. Jordan was there. Jordan.
ask her.
Yeah. Jordan was
Matter of fact, that
freestyling
nigga
with
ain't
me.
even text me back. I'ma ask him, though.
Yeah, I kind of went crazy last
So,
night. Sidebar.
it was good that you stood 10 toes down in what you do, and then you backed it up.
It's all about confidence, man.
feel
I
me?
got that confidence in me now. So
Yeah.
That's
You
what
know.
it's
People
about.
always gonna laugh at, you know what I'm saying, anytime you're doing something different. As a matter of fact, it's not even different because we know that stereotypically a lot of people like want to be artists. A lot of people out there that make trash music. But anytime you know what I'm saying, put yourself out there, it's gonna be the naysayers. You're gonna have the people that laugh and like Lake said, they're gonna kiki.
Funny faces. Man,
Yeah.
I remember when I wanted to go to the league. I'd be at Morehouse. They'd be like, "So what you want to do?" I said, "I'm trying to go to the league. I'm trying to play in the NFL." And,
Yeah.
and I understand because big
odds,
dreams
numbers.
they look funny to other people. But
For sure.
I knew what I wanted to do. Unfortunately, didn't get there. But I can understand how that goes.
Anytime you
when
do
talking about
something
your
when there's
passion.
a low percentage of success, people automatically gonna be like if I say I'm gonna be a millionaire, automatically people are like yeah, okay. Right.
And a lot of people have big dreams and aspirations,
Facts.
but the thing that holds them back is getting that reaction from people when you tell them what it is that you
They
wanna
too
do.
scared.
So like having that, that confidence and just knowing that, man, I don't care what nobody think, I don't care what nobody say. Because for somebody who's going out there and like portraying that he's a rapper that ain't made it yet, it's a stigma behind that.
It
For
is,
real.
bro.
Like,
Not only is it a stigma, but people talk shit about people like that
yeah,
all the time,
straight
bro.
up, like
Like you wasting your
Yeah.
time.
Yep.
Yeah.
They might not say it to you directly, but man, you can probably go on YouTube. You could randomly click a video, and 1 out of 25 videos is gonna be like, yeah, and everybody want to be a rapper. They're gonna say everybody want to be a rapper, and then you hear that, automatically that affects your confidence.
Everybody does want to be, but everybody don't put in the work.
Exactly.
That's
So
really
it goes
the
with
difference.
everything.
Yeah.
Like I remember, I guess a story that I heard. Like I watched like Nipsey interviews. Like
Yeah, me
I've
too.
been
Religiously.
I've always watched Nipsey interviews religiously, even like before
I
he
still
passed. Yeah, like I watch him for motivation and all that. And he would talk about like coming up in his hood in the '60s and all that, and telling everybody he wanted to rap. And how everybody would give him that same type of reaction that you get when you tell him that you rap. And he's like, man, I don't care. This is my dream. I'm going for it.
It's
Like,
probably even worse for gangbangers too, because all they is about is they on the set, not about,
like, oh, you
about
rap,
shit
nigga?
for real.
Yeah.
so I know Jordan. You said you had a point. Go ahead and.
I was just gonna wait for y'all to finish talking. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
go
Trying to
ahead.
work on not interrupting motherfuckers.
You're doing a
Man, you
great
better-
job today.
You're doing a good job, man.
Better talk your talk.
Talk
You
your
talk my
shit.
shit.
Go
But
ahead.
alright, so The thing that I think was great about, just even in this last couple minutes was how different our perspectives are. It's like, saying the Prediction is some of your favorite song, you felt Suppressed Emotions. For me, My Time Has Come is my favorite one. I'll get into, some of the other stuff in a little bit. But it's
That's
like
my favorite one too. But go
just
ahead.
going to my nigga. Going to just the project itself, it's only 3 songs, but the fact that it's like y'all talking about vibes. There's 3 different vibes on every single one. So you got Suppressed Emotions where it's just straight real talk, like you spoke from the heart. Like I told one of my homies that this is probably the most open you've been on a song.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? It is. You know what I'm saying? With like like I told you, what he said. It just makes you more relatable and that you can feel who you are as an artist through that song. You know what I'm saying? And then you got, the Prediction, which, they say the word commercial and stuff like that. But, just the vibe itself is more upbeat. It kind of reminds you, with spring, summertime coming up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that'd be the song people can ride around in their cars and, bump it on the freeway, or when they get to, like, their kickback or right before the kickback and they're just, pre-gaming. Yeah. That's a song they can play that'll kind of get them in the mood. You know what I'm saying? And then also you talking your shit as far as, where you're going to get to. So, like Austin said, this is something you can come back. Now, as far as My Time Is Coming for me, like Lake said, bars and all that. Now, I remember how I felt when, and I don't hate to use him as a particular, but he's so big of an artist. I just hate using.
My apologies.
Every time you talking.
It's crazy. Somebody sent me a DM. And she said, "Why do you guys always laugh every time Jordan talks?"
Stuff like this. Honestly, it's because I know you're gonna keep going. Like, I'm gonna let you talk your shit. Let me refill my drink while you're doing that.
And honestly, like, it's really coincidence, bro.
Coincidental, like
It really
I
is.
ain't laughing at
I think it's happened every
I
episode.
think it's a funny quirk, though, that happens every episode.
People probably think me and Lake are
It ain't
assholes.
nothing against Jordan.
Like,
You guys
for real,
are
for real.
I
assholes.
feel like, but stuff like that, just keep talking. Like, it's okay to make noise.
No,
We don't gotta be quiet.
No, it's
anytime
just
somebody
funny
talking.
now because like when it happens, it's like like I said, if you wanted to like chop up certain things, like every episode, it's like so what be happening on the Mac 5 podcast, and we were to put like a little reel or something. You can always put that I get interrupted every fucking episode. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so yeah, back to what I was talking about though.
Let me get that ice.
You doing it again.
Man, let my nigga Jordan speak.
He's good. He's well within his right on this.
He ain't started.
But okay, y'all remember when Drake at first came out, and how he came out. Thank Me Later it came out.
Yeah, Wheelchair
and we were just
Jimmy.
talking about him. Then 5 a.m. came out.
That's still my favorite Drake
Mine-
song to this day.
That is what My Time Is Coming kind of reminds me of.
To this day.
Are you comparing My Time Is Coming to 5 a.m.?
I'm not comparing the songs
what it
particularly. I'm
reminds
comparing
you of.
how I feel
Man,
about
fuck
them.
that shit.
How
I mean,
those songs
compared to
came
Drake,
out.
nigga.
You feel what I'm saying? It's like, it's like he's rapping, but he's like the way he's rapping, like he's out here switching flows, getting in different pockets, and then he's talking his shit.
Talking
You know what I'm
his.
saying? And a lot of what rap is
Finesse.
about is the rapper, being, showing their bravado and, really talking their shit on
I
their
feel like
tracks.
that's half the battle, to be honest.
Yeah.
You got to be confident. If
Yeah.
you're in a rap game, you got to be confident about your
That ain't
shit.
just
And I
happy,
think that song
90%
exudes
90%.
confidence, and
Right.
it just shows how confident you are.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
that
you can
song.
definitely feel that I got the confidence now. Because I didn't. My bad. Go ahead.
No, you good. Like,
Okay, yeah.
It can be a back and forth.
It's
Yeah,
your
yeah, yeah.
episode, nigga.
This my shit. Dropping ice.
Talk your
But
shit.
yeah, just the way like that song comes about, and then for me, like I said, I'm a very vibey person when it comes to songs. Like the way songs make me feel, like almost kind of to a degree, like time and place, not so much, but just like how the songs make me feel is what determines how much I really fuck with that song. Some people, it's like, they got to know the words to everything. I don't got to know the words to everything. They'll tell you I mumble half the songs I know.
That's facts. Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just because, like, the words aren't as important to me as how the song made me feel.
I see you.
You know what I'm saying? Now, with certain songs, it'd be the way it feels. And then I go on my way to learn the words. That's the type of song where I wanted to make sure I knew the words to every single
He
part
know
of that
all
song.
the
How
words.
do y'all learn? Do y'all type the little text image on Apple Music and try
listen
to?
to a song long enough. You
I just
learn
do-
the
I just-
words.
You listen
That's
to
how
it
you.
now.
Okay. I didn't know if y'all actually looked at the lyrics,
Nah.
or if you just
I do
listen
it for
to it.
Kendrick. I ain't gonna lie. I definitely do it for Kendrick.
Yeah, some
I think
niggas
that's a
you'll-
person.
But
you
Kendrick,
gotta
my
do it
favorite
for.
rapper.
Yeah.
So
Man, you got to do it for Kendrick if you really want to understand the bar.
Yeah, you gotta go.
got
look.
to, bro.
yeah, I be clicking on Genius like, yo, what that
Exactly.
shit be?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a question, Lance. So you said, mentioned something good. You talk about how that last song has that bravado, that confidence. I just want to know, like, and this is a really good question. I'm gonna pat myself on the back for asking it before I do. This goes across industry.
Now that's confidence.
You ain't even answered the question yet. Hold my chest out, nigga. it goes across industry. Like having confidence is so important. How does your like? Could you put into words like the journey of your confidence from the first time you rapped to like the bravado that you had with My Time Has Come?
That actually is a good question.
Good job, man.
That is a good question. How can I answer
My
that?
bad. Hold
That's a
on.
great question.
I ain't,
And
I got the
you can kind of like go with your journey, like that I was gonna ask
Yeah,
you
yeah,
along
yeah.
with that.
So I'll start with the journey first. So it started off in high school. So we're gonna go all the way back to high school, 10th grade. English class. Fuck all the niggas that was in that class that laughed at me. You know what I'm saying? Fuck. I'm not gonna name y'all names, but I got them.
Me too. I was in that
Lake
class.
is number
Exhibit
one.
number one. Exhibit A.
How many years ago was this?
Shit, man. 10th grade. What that was 2010?
11 years ago.
Oh yeah, it was a while ago. Wow. I wasn't rapping then, but
What happened?
I'll get to the story. So
Talk about it.
I'm a quiet dude, and I don't like speaking in front of people. So when I don't know what I'm talking about and when I'm speaking in front of people, my voice starts to shake and I get real nervous. I get hot, like it gets all bad. So in this particular class, we had a presentation on a book, not a book report, it was on something on the paper or something, and my name is the first one to get called, and pretty much I was able to pass on going the first day, but I had to get my grade dropped the whole letter, but I ain't give a fuck. I'll pass, and I'll take that letter drop. I don't care if it's a C that go down to a D to the F. I don't want to talk. So I had to go the day after that, and I still ain't know anything that I was gonna talk about. So I went up there, and I completely fucked it all up. My voice was shaking worse than it ever had.
Wait,
and
real quick. Lake, can you tell your version of the story? real quick. I just want to know from your perspective.
All right. All right, so we in class, right? And we were doing presentations for these papers that we have to write. Why we gotta present it, I don't know. But everybody didn't want to do it. So I think when the time was right for Lance to go, he did no preparing. He had nothing to talk about. I don't think so. We had to have note cards written down and present what we're gonna write about through those note cards. I don't think he had one note card written down with information, any sites. So he was trying to bullshit his way through. And while he was doing so, like the dude, I don't know what happened. It was just like voice got shaky. My dog was scared. So imagine like a class split on two sides. You got one side over there and one side over here, with everybody facing each other. So everybody sees each other's faces. Everybody's trying not to laugh. And Les is just continuing to fuck up. So that's pretty much what happened. We was just all cracking up. If it left an everlasting effect, I apologize.
It did. It scarred me.
High
but
school shit, bro. It's just lunch table shit. You start laughing at a nigga.
It
fucking
scarred
up.
me, but you know what? It's the start of a journey, man. It's all good.
Absolutely. So that was like the lowest point of your public speaking.
Absolutely.
Confidence.
And I was terrified from that point on. Like I didn't want to talk. I didn't want to do no type of public speaking. I took a public speaking class in college. Don't know why I did it. I dropped it. You know.
You took Toastmasters?
No, I didn't do Toastmasters. It was just a class at Morehouse. Dropped that shit. I dropped the hell out that shit.
Time out. How many classes have you dropped in college? Just real quick. How many?
On average per semester.
Hold on, hey, just some like clarification. We was just having a random convo a few days ago, and the whole convo was him talking about dropping classes. So I'm just trying to figure out how many classes did you drop?
I had to drop at least 10.
Damn,
I dropped a lot of classes,
that's
man.
a lot of money, nigga.
It is a lot. I wasted a lot of money on school, man. I dropped a lot of classes. And it's not that I didn't take school serious.
You did not take.
Hey, yo, my whole 4 years in college, bro, I dropped one class. And that was my freshman year. I dropped one class.
You dropped one. Y'all are
Oh,
good, man.
Lance, if anybody
I was
feels
dropping
you
And I
like
made
that,
up for it.
I feel you, my nigga.
But bro, like
I dropped one class,
I didn't even
and my last semester in school is when I made it up. I was taking, matter of fact, my whole last year, because I was taking 6 classes each semester.
I vaguely remember that.
Yeah.
I do remember it.
I used to drop classes. I dropped a few though. At most 3 or 4.
One
Yeah,
thing
I'm on the
about
same
me,
page as you.
I struggle in school, but I would not take no Fs.
But
If
yeah,
I-
I feel
if-
you.
if
Let's
it's-
get back on track, though. So I feel you. Go ahead.
was-
Fuck it up.
a little. All right, fuck it. Nah, we go back to the journey. So
It
we,
went to
we talked
overtime?
about 10th grade.
Talking about college.
Talked about college. So one day, I was driving in my car, and usually when you're driving, you listen to music, vibing or whatever. That day, I decided to turn down all the music and decided to pray to God, ask for purpose, direction, things like that. And literally, like a few hours later, I was reading a book. What book was I reading? I was reading Think and Grow Rich, A Black Choice by Dennis Kimbrough. Good book. And a epiphany just came to me out of nowhere, and it said, do the thing that you fear. And when I heard that, I'm like, no. I will not, because I already knew it's like the thing that I feared the most was public speaking, getting my voice out there. That's something that I just always had trouble with and something I always feared. But surprising to me, I actually, listened to that epiphany, and I started off trying to do motivational speaking. So I did that for a while, got my voice out there a little bit, got out of my comfort zone. But I still feel like I wasn't being authentic because I'm over there trying to tell people to be the best version of themselves. And, I ain't doing none of the shit that I'm talking about.
Nope.
Like, none of it.
Be the best version of yourself. 2 seconds
Like,
later, drop a class.
literally, I would record my shit and then probably just sit down and watch TV and go, well, I'm not going to say what I would go do, but, I'll go do some shit, get into some shit. But not really being the best version of myself. So it's like, how can I tell somebody to do something I'm not doing myself? Like, that's me being a hypocrite. So I stopped being a motivational speaking and I got into poetry. And that's when I first started to learn how to rhyme and stuff. But still, when I was getting into poetry, I still felt like I wasn't expressing myself to the extent that I wanted to. And I still kind of felt like I wasn't being authentic. So one day, and honestly, I was getting bored with the poetry. Like, it was just silence while I'm writing. I'm like, yo, this shit boring. No offense to all the people that write poetry,
To each his own.
Right. So one day I was in the middle of writing a poem, and I was just so bored. I'm like, man, let me just throw on a beat. And as soon as I put on the beat and start writing, I'm like, okay, I fuck with this. Like, I like this. Looking back at it now, that rap is trash. But, I must have saw something in it that made me want to keep going. And I guess I must have found what it is that I actually love to do. Because it's been, 3 years now, a little over 3 years that I've been rapping. And I'm still going. I still love it. And
Still getting better.
I'm still getting better. Keep progression, keep growing.
Slow grind.
So that's the journey of me becoming a rapper. Now, to Austin's point, I think we was talking about confidence.
Talk about that confidence, man.
It took a minute for me to build that. So I've been rapping for 3 years. I probably didn't get confident until like this past year, like maybe 8 months prior.
What's the number one thing that you did to like boost your confidence?
I just looked within myself. Like I had to figure out why I didn't feel confident in myself.
Why didn't you feel confident in yourself?
Why didn't I feel confident in myself? That's a good question. I think it goes back to the. That's cool. It's cool. You're making me think a little bit.
Sorry,
it's all good.
Hey, I don't mean to cut you off in the
Yeah.
middle of your answer, but I guess just to kind of like speak to it, or maybe it'll help you out some. You tend to feel a lot better about what you're doing the more experience you
Absolutely.
get with it.
Yeah.
So
Practice.
Go ahead.
I did a lot of practice. I was writing all the time. I know I took like a year off before I just dropped this last project, but I was always writing, like perfecting my craft and stuff. And just over me getting better at writing and getting more comfortable with the fact that I'm a rapper, that brought about the confidence. And when I have that confidence in myself, it exudes in the music.
For sure.
And you can feel that shit. Like, in my time is coming. Like, you can feel the confidence in it, and it's just gonna get better, as I keep putting out songs. So I appreciate everybody that liked the project, but it's only gonna get better from here. So, and again, that's that
piggyback off
confidence
that,
right
just
there.
the
little
number
bit.
one trait in a rapper is confidence.
Absolutely.
That's the number one trait. Like, you're
Yeah.
not gonna see no nigga at the top of the game who
not confident.
don't have confidence.
Yeah, you gotta have.
Who don't think they're the best?
right.
Who don't? I mean, if you don't think you're the best, that's not the field you should be getting in. Obviously, you're gonna have respect for the people who came before you. You're
was
gonna
a
have
bar.
respect for those who reached that level. But anytime you doing any, like if you hooping, you rapping, you whatever it is that you do, you always want to put your best foot forward.
Yep.
Maybe not even necessarily be the best at it, but be the best that you could possibly be.
Absolutely.
And doing that is what gets you confidence. So,
And then also, just to kind of piggyback on top of that, also is, you know, when you're listening to the music, you got to make sure that the people believe that you believe what you're saying. And if at any point it seems disingenuous, what you're saying, people are automatically going to fall off from you. They're not going to believe you. They're not going to trust what you're saying. They're not going to listen to your music because you're like, you talk about authenticity. You don't come off authentic. So, you know what I'm saying? You got to just make sure that whatever you're saying, you believe in 100% and make sure that the audience believes that you believe what you believe, what you're saying.
fact.
I sort of had like I guess a front row seat to his confidence, because in the beginning, because I was around him a lot. We're twins.
The most front row seat you could have in life.
Absolutely.
Lake got it.
As he started out, he was asking me a lot of questions. How is this? Should I do this? Should I do that? Just you know, curiosity questions, things of that sort. And the more he would write, the more years that went by, the less questions he would ask. The more confident he was about it. It went from, what do you think I should do about this, to, hey man, take a listen to this and let me know what you think. Not really asking me for advice on how to write, because at one point I really stopped giving you advice. So I'm like, okay, he needs to figure out himself what he likes,
His own voice.
and his own voice, and how he wants to get that across. I can't be a part of that, trying to tell you what I like to hear. Because at the end of the day, it's about you and your music. So it went from, should I do this? Should I tweak this part? Should I say this? To, take a listen to this. I already wrote it down. I already wrote it. I recorded it. Shit.
Yeah, that's the fact. I definitely sent Lake, or let him hear everything before I put it out. But I think even the last freestyle I put on my Instagram, like nobody heard it. Nobody. Like I know
did not
Lake didn't
hear
hear
it.
it, but it's like I know it's good. Like I know it's good now. Whereas in the past, I'll write something and I'll be like, I don't know. Let me get another ear. Now I don't need another ear. I got,
Right.
I'm good. You feel me? So
I think one of the
confidence,
one of the
man.
things that I noticed from the outside looking in, as far as your confidence is concerned, is you having the buy-in from like the most important people around you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's huge, especially like with mom and dad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like obviously they have our best interests and they want us to go down certain paths to make sure that we're able to sustain ourselves and take care of ourselves and all that good stuff. And the things that we decide to do don't always look like they're going to go down that road at first. However, you know what I'm saying? Again, like Lake said, the more you start writing, the more you start putting out music, the more you start to say like, I'm a rapper. This is what I'm gonna do. And then they believe it. They support your music. It's like, and then at that point, it's like, all right, I got everybody behind me that I need to be behind me. There's nothing holding me back.
If you don't believe in yourself, how people gonna believe in you?
That's a fact. I kind of, I don't know if this is gonna translate well, but I kind of think of it as like, when dad sees us putting an effort on something, he wants to come in and help and take over and stuff. It's kind of the same way. You put in that effort, you show people like this is what you do, people are gonna get behind it.
Facts.
And that's one thing that's dope about, our parents. Like, regardless of what it is, when they see something that we're passionate about, they gonna get behind it.
10
regardless.
toes, bro.
Absolutely.
10 toes.
Straight up. So,
And they've been like that since forever, bro.
forever. Like, I mean, it's like specifics we can get into. We're not gonna get into right now, but it's like just no matter what we into. I mean, we talked about it maybe a few podcasts ago. Like, we were all like into sports growing up. I don't know how my pops did it, but he would work a full day and somehow still have time to coach all of our teams.
All of us.
Like, coach all of us, no matter it was baseball, football, basketball. He coached, like he was very present. Matter of fact, shout out to him, because when we drop this, it's gonna be his birthday. So
Happy birthday, Pops.
shout out to
Big
Pops
dog.
on that. But like,
Big dog.
just like, no matter what, and not just him, my mom, she got behind no matter what. I remember being in, at Cubberley in like elementary, middle school and stuff. She was like involved in the PTA. She was like,
More than
she got like honors at my graduation in 8th grade and all that. Like, no matter what it is, man, they got involved in what we do. So, obviously, I know it was a little like pushback more so from mom about like the language that you put in your music. And we even
absolutely.
getting this now with this podcast. Like I think she had put up a post like, I said a post. I don't know what the fuck
what?
that is.
I was gonna
a
go with it.
post.
I was-
a post. Excuse me. I just cursed like in the middle of talking about how my mom don't like us cursing. But don't play no type of song. Turn that shit off.
He said,
Of course.
But nah, Lake was gonna try to play a sound effect on my ass. But, damn, I forgot.
I got you.
No.
you were talking about a Porsche.
I don't even know what I was saying.
Hey, before
Talk
Drew,
about cussing.
I just
Yeah, we was
go
talking
ahead,
about
go ahead.
so like we even get it now like with this podcast. My mom put up a post about the podcast really dope. I'm really enjoying it. But I'm still getting used to the language that they're using on it though. So I think from the first episodes now we got a lot better at it though. So just to shout that out. But
Shout out to mama too, man. I just want to say, I think I get my writing skills and stuff from my mom. So
Facts.
she's a writer.
Absolutely.
She, got her own writings and stuff. Yeah. Absolutely. So shout out to you, mom, for the gift that you passed down to me. I'm trying to take it and go as far as I can go with it. So,
yeah, she used to write.
Yeah,
Y'all
shout
remember
out to
she used to
Mom.
write for the Long Beach Press Telegram.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, she used to work there. It was right by Poly, I think.
East
But
Side.
yeah, she got a journalism degree from USC, so there ain't no play over here.
Nope.
We
we some
handle
writers.
business over here. So
I'm not.
just shout out to them again.
I'm not a rapper.
Yeah.
I'm terrible at
I got a
essays.
question.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
So, once again, just to reiterate, I said what I said, out now on all of your available streaming platforms. Y'all
Yeah.
make sure y'all go check that
Tap
out.
in.
Video dropping soon, all that good stuff.
Six
So-
man. The number 6 man. 6 man.
Say yeah, like
It
that.
might not show up.
And
Might
it's not no. Someone asked me yesterday, is that like affiliated with Drake? No, it's no Drake shit. 5 older brothers, 6 man.
He's the
Yeah.
sixth brother in our family. So,
And he been slept on, and he's tired of coming off the bench. You feel me?
Talk your shit, bro.
hey,
But nah, so now that the project is out, like I said, it's just a little appetizer to kind of, get people back familiar with your music. So now, what's next? What you got cooking up? When you plan on? Or, just what's your timeline as far as what you see for your music coming up soon?
How you gonna keep our attention?
I think what's really working for me right now are those freestyles that I got on Instagram. So it's called Basement Bars on Instagram. So I got a little series going on with that. And I'm just trying to.
What's your Instagram?
My Instagram is __ 6 man.
2 underscores.
You feel me?
Dos.
But yeah, I think those people really like
Two of
especially
them.
the last freestyle I dropped.
2.
The last freestyle that you dropped?
Dose.
All right, yeah.
All right, go
So
ahead.
the last freestyle I dropped, I think people really liked. So I'm gonna try to continue with that wave, dropping the freestyles, gain an audience, get more exposure, and just dropping music like maybe every month. I'm not gonna have a schedule because I had schedules in the past and I never went on the schedule. So the only thing is just trying to release music as much as possible. So I'm trying to get it to where I'm releasing at least a song a month. I just released 3 songs, but I'm gonna try to keep it pushing, keep it rolling. And just staying consistent. I feel like that's always been my biggest issue. I would drop music and then I'll just go ghost for 6 months, a year and a half. Finally getting back to it, thank God. So the biggest thing for me is just staying consistent. And as long as I'm saying stuff that's gonna have an impact on, somebody, or somebody's gonna come back to me and say, you said this line, I really felt that. That's the biggest thing for me, just continue having that impact, continue to stay consistent with the music, and, just keep pushing, because I feel like I could really do something with this rap shit. So
For sure,
That's
man.
a good,
Good
segue.
I thought it was a good segue, too. Man, I'm gonna let you go ahead, Drew.
Great segue. Man.
Run it,
So,
bro.
I wanted to get into that, as far
Excellent
as
segue.
the impact it had on all of us. We the only ones obviously in the room that can speak on the impact it had on us. But I think some impact it had on me was, I guess, you talked about how on Suppressed Emotions, the relatability of that song. So in that song, you had talked about, thinking about death more and more. So just speaking on me personally, it's I know I go through that, and I went through that over the past couple of years, and I was just thinking to myself, when I heard you say that, I don't want to get in too deep into like asking you like what caused those emotions and like why you felt that way and all that stuff, I could just know like, damn, like I'm not the only one. I went through that shit too, like, and it was like deep, like, and for me personally, I could speak from like just my own perspective. What kind of like threw me into that phase and like thinking about, I was in the period in my life where I was like wondering like every day going into it, like, yo, am I gonna make it through the day? Like, am I gonna survive this day? Like, and that's not a healthy mindset to have, like going into every day wondering like, yo, am I gonna die today? It's not healthy to have. But I know what triggered me was, unfortunately, you know, we took a loss a couple years ago. Our grandmother, we call her Mama, near and dear to our heart, she passed away. And I was in the room and watched it, and it just like changed my life, and it still has to this day. Like being able to see somebody who was like alive 1 second and then gone the next, that can literally happen for anybody who's walking this earth. The only thing that's guaranteed in life is death.
That's facts.
So like when you mentioned that bar in why am I forgetting the song now after I just said
Suppressed Emotions.
It just like it resonated with me like, damn, like this my little brother. Like I ain't never thought he went through no shit like that. He went through it too, and he putting it out to the world. Like that's deep. Like so, like just like trying to work my way out of that, kind of the same way you described in your song. That impacted me the most. Just knowing like a lot of the battles that I face, that a lot of people were scared to go out front and tell people you went through it too. Yeah. And I'm not sure like what the rest of y'all like have gone through your own personal experience on that. But that just had like an impact on me as far as like a line that you mentioned that kind of caught my attention that I heard in the song. Like,
ooh, that was yeah. You rhymed right there.
I didn't even realize I rhymed. I'm 6 man rubbing off on me, y'all.
But I'm with a rap group. We gonna be
Mac 5 album.
Arson, Jordan, backup dancers, Drew and Lance.
Backup dancers, don't disrespect me, nigga. But nah,
backup dancers and rap.
Yeah, that was something. That was just something that was like impactful. You spoke on like making sure you say stuff that we feel. Yeah. Like we felt that shit. Obviously, some other stuff you said in the song that we feel that we're not gonna get into. Y'all gotta listen to the song for that.
Check it out.
But like as far as like your mission in rap is making an impact on people. And,
it's important to me to definitely have an impact. I can't just be saying shit, bro.
Right.
Like I know people take rap as like just a money grab, just trying to get out there. But I'm gonna say something that you're gonna relate to, that you're gonna feel. I never write my bars for people to rewind it and be like, oh, that was a bar, let me hear that again. I write so people can be like, oh, I felt that, let me go back and hear that again so I can feel it again, you know. So yeah, I'm really glad I put that song out. I was extremely nervous, as Lake know, before the song even dropped, like an hour before it dropped. I told him, I said, man, I'm nervous for this song to drop, because again, if y'all hear the song, you guys understand that it's extremely personal. You know,
I just finished working on this video for Shannon, Black Friday Marketplace, shameless plug. Shout out Black Friday Marketplace. I just finished helping her out with a video to put out for that, and we had just put Melody to sleep. And I went and grabbed my beat speaker, put it in the kitchen, and pressed play on that. Like, I didn't know what I was about to hear, and I heard, like, the beat drop on, and I was like, oh, shit, what this nigga about to say on this? And then he started just going spazzing and going crazy. I'm like, yo.
Yep, y'all see
I felt that.
That's why I didn't let y'all hear that first. I wanted to get y'all's initial reaction when it's like out, not with me. It's a different feeling when I send it to y'all and when it's just like out there for the world. You know?
Most different, like the reason why I agree with your approach on that is because with a song like that, you're gonna hear a lot of different opinions. Like if somebody like, damn, like the song is dope, but are you sure you want to put this out?
He was
like,
nervous.
You would hesitate about doing it. Like some stuff, like I know, like a little funny, like segue. I know, like if I'm like talking to somebody and I feel a way about a conversation, like in relationships or whatever, you'll just like, you know how like you just send a text and just put your phone down, look at it. That's how I'm sure that's how you did with that song. I'm just gonna put it out. I want to see that.
I don't want to see that shit. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear what y'all got to say.
Type in text like,
I was like, man, you did it. Shit, like you already put it's on the pack. You have a date. It's dropping. What you nervous for now? Shit,
Exactly, it's out.
Every day.
I feel you though.
I don't think you would have got any other. You wouldn't have got any pushback, at least from any of us. Like if I heard it before, I would have said the same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You
Before
would've
you
got
dropped it.
encouragement from us, but sometimes you
Talk
don't
your
need to
shit.
hear anybody say anything. You just
For
gotta
sure,
do
for
it
sure.
and then see the reaction.
That's
all it
why
was.
I
Don't
I
ask for
keep my
permission, ask for
comments at a
forgiveness.
minimum now. I didn't want to say, man, drop that shit, man. That shit hard as hell.
Right,
I wanted you to feel like, yeah, this shit hard. I'm gonna drop it. You don't need to hear from me.
Right.
I
And
was
it's a lot of
quiet.
like decisions like with you music. I got some ideas for you too, but at the same time I want to be like, no, I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna watch you work. And I don't want to like
Absolutely.
put my influence on your natural process.
Exactly.
So I think that's dope. Like you keep going on that path. Obviously if you got, questions that you have for any of us, we gonna, give you the feedback that we need.
Right.
Or that you need. But yeah, just you got our
Feedback
full
is just for you to
support.
take into account.
Exactly.
You don't gotta follow it. It's just
Facts.
You
You
know-
know, it's on you. We gonna get it back
Exactly.
regardless.
You know what
And
to
then sometimes
expect.
you don't need feedback because even the feedback will kind of like twist your
absolutely.
perspective a little bit. So yeah. So I mean, I guess what about the rest of y'all? What some of y'all lines or like songs? What was something that impacted y'all from his project?
It's I won't say a lot. It was a lot, but I don't want to sound like the typical. You know what I'm saying? Like you my brother. I fuck with your shit regardless.
Right.
But like
we
even like
biased over here.
the very beginning of Suppressing Emotions, like the very very beginning. Like first of all, like I said, I'm a vibey nigga. So like just hearing the beginning of the song. For me, like, and I put it on my Instagram, it says late night riding music. And for me, that's big because it's like, sometimes, you either want to go out for a drive or, I work late sometimes, so then I'm driving home. Sometimes you just need something that's going to put you in that right mindset.
Yeah.
And, like, just the beginning of how that song feels, you already know, it's like, okay, this already feels and sounds introspective. Like, it makes me want to dig deep into my thoughts. And then the very first things you start talking about, I'm not going to go into what it is. Once again, y'all go on all your available streaming
Listen to that.
platforms. Y'all peep that. But
I
just
said what I said.
how honest you were with yourself and just going back in hindsight in that situation that you were talking about and how you were able to, which I'm not sure if how long ago you came to that conclusion or how long you came to that truth about yourself, or if even you've shared that truth with the person who needs to share it to, whatever.
Yeah.
But especially for people who knew you and know what situation you was going through, like just hearing you talk about it was very profound, because a lot of people aren't that very well in tune with themselves,
Right.
or are that open with themselves to constructive criticism.
Yeah.
Or to saying, maybe I fucked up somewhere.
Yeah.
Maybe I was the problem. Or even if I wasn't the
They
full
can't
problem,
do
I
it.
was problematic somewhere.
I was toxic.
They can't
You
do
know what
it.
I'm saying? And
Yeah.
the fact
Don't
that
know
you were
how.
able to and that's what I meant, like, the way you started that song off.
Yeah.
Superbly. Like that to me is really what set the standard for the rest of the song, was how
Right.
you started it. Because it was like almost like a talking to yourself type deal. It was like, hey, look.
That's exactly what that track was. Just unpacking, all the problems that I might have had. And it's not easy to unpack your problems. Like it's really tough, and it takes time for you to get over the certain emotions that you're going through. And the fact that I was able to understand my emotions and to translate it on paper, I thought the song was really important to me, like just for me personally. Like it's a song where if you listen to it, you can see that I understand my problems, I understand what I need to work on, and it's all about how you're gonna come out of it and how you're gonna grow from all those problems that you had. So yeah, I definitely got in my introspective bag.
Introspective.
Man, for me, I think the prediction. My favorite song is "My Time Is Coming," just because of the bars, but just for the prediction, it's sort of like a nostalgia feeling.
Yeah.
From the beat to the bars, the first bar, doing what I feel with no regrets. Man, that's how I live every day, man. I'm not about to go back and apologize for nothing. I mean, of course, if I, am in the wrong or make a mistake, yeah, but. Damn, the TV made me forget.
Yeah, I'm moving too ready to go. How he do that, bro?
It's,
We got home on.
So we'll just get y'all quick. Like we was watching the game.
Celtics ass.
Celtics, yeah, fuck the Celtics. Lake Show in this bitch, nigga. Anyways,
What's up?
we was watching that game. Game ended. Celtics lost. Pelicans won. The baby Lakers. And
No, you got to put it in Celtics lost after being up 24 points in the third quarter.
Yeah, so they did that. But
Damn.
yeah, America's Funniest Home Videos on right now. Lake just reacted to that, so we gotta explain it. But go ahead.
Yeah, just like from the first bar to the vibe of the.
You're straight, bro.
We about to turn the TV
Yeah.
off.
Hey, turn that off,
TV
bro.
off,
Turn
man.
that off.
We thought we could have TV in the background.
I wasn't even paying attention to it until we just started talking about it.
To have a reaction video.
Hey, she
You
got
remember what you was talking about, Lake?
The prediction. Yeah, I was just saying it gives me like a little nostalgic 90s feel from the beat, just I guess to the bars. I think that impacted me. But also, your first tape, the Suppressed Emotions, just the fact that you talking about what you was going through. You probably unwillingly didn't even know the amount of impact that had before dropping it. Or did you? Just the fact that you're just telling your story, and it's a possibility that anybody else out there may relate.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons why I put it out, because like I said before, I wasn't even gonna put the song on the project, on the pack or whatever you want to call it. But every time I heard the song, I'm like, man, this song is too good, too impactful not to put out. Originally, I was looking at the song. I didn't want to put it out because I didn't want to put out all my personal information. You know, I talk about a bunch of personal stuff on the song. But once I get past myself and, you know, just dive
And other
deep
people's
into
opinion of you too.
that too, I'm not even really worried about that no more.
I mean, not no more, but when
Right.
you hesitated to put it out because you didn't want to put too much of your personal, it's because what other people might think of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
that, and I just, you know, it's tough to put out your personal information.
you're a private
you know?
person for the most
I'm a
part.
very private person.
And, you know, just not speaking on the actual situation, but some of the personal stuff you talk about on the song doesn't just affect you.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I mean, I'll
yeah.
probably like played a big part in
The decision.
deciding like whether you want
yeah.
to put it out or not too.
It,
So.
it was a big part. That's one of the reasons why I dropped it.
That's real.
But at the same time, if you flip it, it's not the only, like, you're not the only person it affects. It affects all of us. But at the same time, it's part of your story. Bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
for real. Like, even like, if I'm just going to be candid, like, we had plenty of conversations talking about, like, how we going to address the situation that he talked about in the song. We dealt with it a couple episodes ago. We put it out. We said what we said.
Yes,
Boom.
sir.
I said what I said.
Shameless plug.
EP.
You know, we said we decided how we did it, you know, but I mean, like we said, like that's just what it is. All of us have our own like way to decide like how we want to do it. I got some like stuff I want to say about that off the record.
Okay.
We'll talk about afterwards, but yeah, I mean, it's a part of your life. It's something that you deal with.
Yeah.
The rest of us. So if you're gonna be somebody who wants to be authentic, real, and have music that, you know, you want people to feel, ultimately they gotta feel you.
That's what you gotta put.
So
It's a bar.
you gotta put
straight
that.
up, that's how I feel about it. But
That's
what
why
else y'all got?
you
Everybody,
got a lot of
Austin, I didn't hear you say nothing about like what impacted you the most on this
SoundCloud rappers
project.
with no
You know what,
story.
man? I don't know. Like, I mean, Lance will know. It's funny to me, but I know if Lance send a song to the group chat, you might give like, you know what I'm saying, your critique, Lake will give his critique, Jordan say something. For me, I'm just basically, let me get my pom-poms out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, pretty much, like, I mean, I rock with the music, so I'm not just going to cheer on if it's trash. I mean, we had an experience like that a couple days ago.
Man, that's because I had to jump that shit up.
Whatever, I couldn't wait. As soon as you did, I was like, man, let me get my shit off. I can say what I want to say.
We might talk about that later.
We'll put it up. We'll talk about that later, off record. But no, man. What's most impactful to me is the journey, and that's why I continue. That's why I'm always out with like the pom poms. I'm always just saying like, you know what I'm saying, cool. Put out the track. Like the activity to me is what's inspiring because as y'all know, like entrepreneurship, it's really tough, man. I think the toughest part of entrepreneurship is staying consistent long enough to see the rewards. So when you put out a track, obviously I rock with your music heavy, not just the content, but what I rock with is the movement, the activity, and the progression is what inspires me the most. That's it makes me get up in the morning and be like, well, shit, man, if Lance could drop a 3-pack, then shoot, I could drop a 3-pack in my own industry. You know what I'm saying? Let me figure out what type of 3-pack I could drop real quick.
It's a decision of dropping it that's impactful in itself.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like all of that. Really, that's just
Making
it.
that choice.
Like for me, and that. So y'all know, in case he drop another track in the group, and y'all are like, man, the nigga Austin always got nothing but positive shit to say. That's why. It's like I'm mostly
I ain't never
inspired
said
by.
that.
I know.
I ain't never said that.
I wasn't.
We enjoy your positivity.
Was I looking at you?
I don't. Who were you looking at?
I was looking at Drew.
Oh, hey, I just had to get to the root of that.
Just like, I mean, if y'all ain't caught previous episodes, just to kind of like give y'all a little bit, like me and Lake are probably, well, this nigga be lying, so I don't know. But like, straightforward. Like if you want like straightforwardness, you gonna get it from us too.
Yep,
Like more
absolutely.
than anybody else. Just just a family fact. That's
Lick will
like,
tell me straight up if I send him a song and he don't like it, he will tell me. I don't fuck with it.
What the fuck?
Nah, this trash.
and like
Change that.
yeah, so
Delete it.
We the most straightforward ones. Go ahead, Austin.
Yeah, I mean, while y'all the most straightforward ones, that's just, I don't know, it's just not me. I'm just not a picky person in general.
I mean, I don't want to say you're not like straightforward because that kind of like
It depends on what it is. Like I can be straightforward depending on what the conversation is about.
Right.
But with that,
But you have taste and like tact as far as like finding a
I
way
do.
to get what you want out of whoever it is that you're dealing
Oh,
with,
wow.
without being straightforward. Just like you have like a politeness about yourself.
That's a good
I didn't know that you
description.
knew that about me.
I only know you for 29 years. I don't know
That
what
also comes with raising 4 kids.
What we're looking for.
Yeah,
Say this.
it's funny. That's
always
actually
had that.
that's
Discretion.
that's my favorite
That's what you
quality
got.
about myself. Honestly, is my ability to approach conversations
Discretion.
with discretion and tact. To say, like, I think we talked about this a couple episodes ago, where you have like that Raven Simone moment where it's like, let me fast forward to the future. It's like, okay, nah, I don't want to do it that way.
I'm learning that, man.
Hey, man, it's you know,
how to approach situations.
I'm getting good at it, but at the same time, I'll do what you do with my own twist. Like I'll try to find roundabout ways to approach stuff, but it's still gonna end up being like straightforward. Like I'll try to like do this, but it's still
you're gonna try to throw a hook.
I'm more the time
Right.
like whatever I want to say, I'm gonna try to make you say it without
Right.
me saying. So I was like,
Yeah.
I'll find a way. I'll ask questions. You know me, like you'll say. I'll ask, why'd you do this, or what was the point of this right here? So what if you would have switched this, or if you would have like I'll always I'll challenge him more so than anything.
Yeah.
Like hey,
When I send my music, I know what each of you guys are gonna bring. So I send it to Austin first, just so I can feel good about myself. I know Jordan's gonna go in depth and give me detail, and Drew and Lake, like they said, they just gonna keep it 100. They're gonna be blunt and just it's gonna be like that. So
I mean, between the four of us, though, you have a pretty good sounding board as far as like the quality of your music, or maybe just support in general.
we're not gonna let you put some shit out that's not good.
At all. At
Between
all.
the four of us, like no matter what our qualities are, we're not gonna lead you astray. Now, so far, like I've liked pretty much everything you've put out, and not just being biased, but it's also a journey. Like
I think Austin, you said it like where we'll see something like, man, you know that it's cool, but you know they'll be looking like, what the fuck is that shit? But at the same time, that's part of the growth. Like we all have that, even in our own individual lives. Like that same quality. So,
And that's why I'm always so such a big proponent of like just put it out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because the growth is gonna be documented one way or the other.
Exactly.
And if you don't put it out, or if you let a negative opinion, not that their opinions are negative, but if you let critique just in general like slow you down, then it kills momentum, and you might, you know what I'm saying, it might stop you from taking another step in that direction. But that's my
Steady telling
approach.
him drop it right now, bro. Stop playing. We waiting. So Austin's like Paula Abdul. Jordan's like Randy Jackson, and me and Drew Simon.
hey, this staying in the footage too. This staying in the footage. Hey, is that light out?
the light out.
You broke it.
I'm glad that was your
We having a little technical difficulties right now, but it's all good.
God.
It's not a technical.
It's not a take. I don't know what to do.
Okay. We back live,
Never mind.
baby.
We good.
Yeah, y'all getting all this flaws and all.
Flaws and all, y'all growing with us.
I ran out of space on my memory card, so I just had to fix the camera. I'm just gonna be blunt.
You delete something
Yeah, I deleted it.
on last episode?
The one that's not getting put out. That was definitely not getting put out. Nah, I think it's on my computer though.
There go those clips.
I think it's on my computer.
That was
Who got the ice?
Hey, who got the crown?
All right, wait.
Pass it.
Take that. Y'all don't need no more crown.
This crown getting me hot.
I've been sipping. I don't know about y'all.
Who got the ice though? Lake got the ice.
I don't got it.
But no,
What was you looking
I
at?
appreciate everybody's feedback. You know, I appreciate what everybody brings to the table, and whenever I send y'all my music, I'm straight over here, man. I'm good. Like I got these. I got my brothers behind my back. I got my parents, man. I got all the support that I need to take this as far as I want to go. So I appreciate y'all, man.
Just gotta put in the
Yeah,
work,
but we can
man.
definitely use y'all support too, though. So y'all should definitely. It's on all available streaming platforms.
Listen,
Support.
No excuses. It's on everything.
Y'all just be playing.
I said what I said. Out now, 3-pack. I interrupted Lake, but I'm talking my shit right now. So 3-pack out. Apple Music, Spotify. Ooh, it's not on SoundCloud. I'll put it on SoundCloud.
You can listen to it
SoundCloud.
on Instagram if you want
Is it
to.
on
Go to
YouTube?
your stories and add the music to your Instagram stories.
It's on everything. So y'all tap in, man, for me. I put in a lot of work on this shit. I put my heart into this project specifically, and y'all gonna see more of me in the music. So y'all just
Facts.
keep tuning in, stay tapped in. We're gonna take this shit as far as we could take it.
I said what I said. Out now on all the streaming platforms. He just said, and the ones that ain't on, he said he gonna put them on. So we good with that. We appreciate y'all tuning in. It's the Mac 5 podcast.
Let's toast to the bro, man. Let's toast.
I ain't got nothing in my glass, bro. I can't.
I didn't know that we was toasting at the end of the
I just thought
episode.
everybody poured up, so it's like, all right, bet.
Hey, to my nigga Lance dropping his, 3-pack.
Yeah, you feel me, man?
Appreciate that. Appreciate
Like I
all
said,
that.
once again, out now on all available streaming platforms.
Yes, sir.
Go
Yeah, man, we
stream.
appreciate
Yeah.
y'all
Go stream
tuning
that,
into
keep
the
it out.
podcast.
Y'all
Y'all
leave
tune
comments.
into his project. He got
Absolutely.
more music on the way
More on the way.
as 2021 continues.
Yes, sir.
I like that one. But yeah, man, we out, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Glasses up. Toast to another episode. Toast to I said what I said.
Can I end the episode? Go ahead. I bet. 6.
Hey, man, we appreciate y'all tuning in. It's the Mac 5 podcast, and we out.
Peace.
I know you won't believe me if I told you I'm a star in the making. Get more support from unfamiliar faces. No, I don't strive to be famous, but I'm not blocking any blessings. If that shit is up for offer, then you know I'ma take it. It got a few stipulations about my soul. I never give it to Satan at all. Money really be the reason that some of you fall. Doing shit just for abundance. But fuck what y'all been doing, cause I know my time is coming. I've been running and running. I came this far and I'm not seeing any reason to stop.